What's up, y'all? Good morning, good morning, good morning. Let's kick things off. Welcome back to the Sorry Shoot Podcast. It's your boy ARP. Happy Monday. Let's go to some important things I want to say just to start the stream off. I want to say prayers to Rex. You often hear people argue Rex on the Mount Rushmore. There's like 10 people, depending on who you ask. You hear Charlie Clips, you hear Arsenal, you might hear Hitman, you might hear Mook, you might hear Lux, you might hear Rex. But once again, Rex is always one of those guys that's in the mix of the discussion. And even if he wasn't, just from a human standpoint, you know, that's how the battle rap culture should be. We do a lot of that inner fighting, a lot of that inner beef. Sometimes things go a little bit too far with certain individuals. That's just life. But for the most part, Rex has been an ambassador to battle rap. He's been a face of battle rap since battle rap, right? Um, so get well, homie, get well, homie. Rex is still on the scene after all of this time. Rex has had like three careers through like the different eras of battle rap, and get well. And it was dope to see Murder Mook tweet that Rex is good, right? So I'll say that positive energy your way, homie, and being that it sounds like you're good, we're looking forward to your return back to the stage. You know what I'm saying? We're looking to your forward to your return back to the stage. And people, I know it's the way that the internet is. People might not even be doing it with bad intentions, and that's for me to be fair. But you don't need to post it. You just don't need to. All right. And definitely like bloggers and stuff, like you don't need to post it. All right. You don't need to. So once again, shout out to Rex, man. We will see you soon. We will see you soon. Okay. We got a lot of news to go over today. We got a little bit more Jim Jones and Nas stuff mixed in with Shannon Sharpe. I missed that the other day when we was talking about Jim Jones and Nas. Did y'all like that piece of my last stream? I also uploaded it as a clip. I went through the whole history of Nas and Jim Jones, even breaking down the fact that Nas started that shit, but there's some deficiencies on Jim Jones' side as well. So we'll take a little bit more look into some of that stuff going on. What else do we got today? We got 50 Cent going at Kanye West and Kanye West's wife. Did he deserve that from 50? We'll see. But 50 got hit with something recently as well. Man, 50, 50, 50. I don't know, man. Between us waiting on his Tammy documentary and him trolling people all the time, there's a lot of times where he's right. But speaking of 50 Cent, a lot of times when he's right, is he right for backing Tyler Perry right now? Is he just doing that because he's getting more into that film studio lane? We're going to be bringing up Tyler Perry. Okay. Shout out to the Checks and Balances chat. They hit me with the Tyler Perry paperwork. There's a lot of text messages in Tyler Perry's paperwork. We're going to read a bunch of them. We're going to take a look into the lawsuit to see if this is just a money grab, or we're going to try to get a feel for it because it's like 60 plus pages, and I'm not going to read the whole thing today, but we're going to skim it. We're going to read the text messages. You know, I was fair when we first opened up the news on this podcast. Now we're going to get into the lawsuit actual paperwork and see where we stand. Do we feel like, oh wow, Tyler, you did some shit, or do we feel like, oh, another person out here on his Aye Verb shit? We're gonna see. Okay. What else do we got? Well, I just mentioned Aye Verb. Yeah. What's alive within the last 7 days without an Aye Verb chapter? Um, yeah, I got some stuff to bring up on Aye Verb. I gotta check in on him, ask a couple more questions, bring up a couple more clips. We know who we're dealing with, so the lives are the easy part when it comes to Aye Verb. So yeah, what's alive within the last 7 days without talking about that guy? We'll get there. Y'all rock up my hat. I see people tweeting me saying St. Louis hat ARP is crazy, as if like you got like gray hoodie Lux and white tee surface shit. They're saying St. Louis hat ARP is a y'all are insane. Okay, what else do we got today? Damn, there's really a bunch, huh? There's a piece of news. I'm gonna ask y'all if y'all want me to bring it into our news cycle on a continued basis. But there's something that's going on. We're gonna take a quick look into it, and then we're gonna decide should we stay close. All right. Other than that, we know that Diddy's back in court today. This is the most critical week for him as far as closing out. So we'll see what happens with that. We'll get into that probably tomorrow morning. So, all right, let's kick things off, man, because as we said, we got a lot of news to go through. Oh, yeah, real quick. Are you upset? Are you happy? Or do you not give a shit about the outcome of yesterday's NBA Finals? Me, I was going for OKC. I'm glad to see Shea get his championship. Let's get it over with now, because winning a championship within itself is, most players in the NBA, they've told us forever, it's extremely hard to win a championship. You need skill, you need a front office, you need a team, you need timing, you need some luck as well. Like, injuries are part of the game, right? All of these stars need to line up to win a championship, especially a second or a third championship. It's one of the hardest things to do. And we can now officially move Shea into that group of superstars. He's been great. He's been a star, but now he is to be looked at as a superstar. And he is in that new era company of the new era superstars that have a chip. He's now in that group with Tatum, Joker, Giannis, right? He's in that group now, and that's dope to see. So I was rooting for OKC. It was sad to see Holly go down like that in the first round. I think he already had like 9 points, but when I watched the slow motion of it, you see that snap in the back of his leg. It looked exactly like what happened to Kevin Durant. It was like, oh, it pulled, man. Like, he might be out for a minute, like you can expect him and Dame and Tatum to be out for a minute. Damn, we got some of our superstars that's going to be sidelined for we don't know how long of the season. Damn. But yeah, shout out to Halliburton, man. He proved himself. Or that most underrated player in the league. He proves himself, man. Shout out to all the Pacers fans too. Y'all earned it. Y'all proved yourself. Y'all do not give up. Y'all was fighting down to the last 45 seconds. The fight of the Indiana Pacers is something to respect. So, all right, let me know how y'all feel about it, man. All right, let's get into our news. Let's start off with the Jim Jones and the Nas stuff, a piece or two that I missed and we didn't do the other day. Him going back and forth with Shannon Sharpe is kind of comedy. For anybody that didn't see it, let's catch up.
Mm-hmm. You smoke, right?
Yeah.
Were you smoking when you said you better than Nas?
I might have been a little bit. Well, as far as let's get this right. I'm way more influential than Nas, and I don't care what nobody say. I know I made a little boo-boo when we talk about the sales and all this type of shit. I don't feel like getting into that rhetoric about where I started and where he started.
You said that bullshit.
But listen, Nas was nice when I was in high school. When I was in 10th grade, Nas came out. Mm-hmm. Nas was dope. We appreciated him. He had a little bit of run. But Nas always came up second to Jay and DMX and all these other people. Like,
ain't no shame in that. There a lot of folks came up second to Tom Brady.
He never had that type of influence on us, except for his first album. I already told you, I used to want to dress like Nas because he had a lot of fresh clothes that the hustlers used to wear and shit. And we used to see him on TV. He had one of the illest albums of all time. And then in high school when he had the barbecue and shit like that. So I'm a real fan of Nas, but he kind of lost me after the movie Belly and shit like that. Like, I don't.
Man, go ahead on with that, Jim.
I'm trying to tell you, I'm being honest. You ask me, I'm being a fan. I'm telling you, the movie Belly was fire, but after that, he kind of lost me. I think we was way too much into the game. Remember how this goes. You ever heard of a Kofi list?
Yeah.
Yo, go back into your history and find out what happened between us and him. You dig? And I'm not trying to repeat history, but don't play with us when it comes to that, bro. We already went wild on them boys. You heard? We the ones that went wild on them boys. You heard?
Hey, Jim.
Yo, and people out here acting like I said I'm gonna bring the Kofi list back. I just told you I'm gonna change man. Step for the law. Key, you did?
Nah, look, I'm put it to you like this, Jim. Hey, bro, you been at this thing, but lyrically, I'm gonna keep it a stack with you.
Yeah, y'all, but look how you dress. Look how you dress. You don't even be in the same places I be in.
I can be in the church house. You can't ever Nas lyrics. I don't know who told you that. Now look, y'all know you on that good stuff, but you're not seeing Nas. You're not seeing Nas, bro. Let's be real.
You got a bunch of 40 and 50-year-olds in their panties because I said I'm better than Nas.
It don't matter.
Look at you. Ain't
nobody from Dipset gonna take you over Nas. Nobody from the Diplomats but you.
I got Hold on, Jim. Hold on. Jim.
You want to go back to I really mean it? I really mean it started. We could go back to the history, bro.
But you didn't even
say that, bro. Don't do that, bro. That's
hold on.
I
got a question.
Let Nas stick up for itself and meet me in a booth for something if we want to do something historical.
Nas say he don't do that no more. Nas say he don't do that
because he got $100 million. He's a very wealthy man. You heard he's a very smart business.
Yo. Yo, Jim is hilarious. He said that shirt might be too tight. And a little back, you see Ocho trying to jump in, double Dutch in real quickly. Wait, hold on. This might be getting a little bit out of hand. Let me hold on. Let me jump in real quick. What is Jim? He's 48, 49, about to be 50, right? Both of him, Cam, all of them, right? That's the only piece I was in, like, come on, Jim. Because when we covered it initially, what was I saying? It's dope that this is all like hip hop rooted. You know, like, Jim, like 49 years old. Like, why you gotta say that part? Like, remember, we's the ones that got wild on them boys. Like, why, Jim? Why? He can't grow that part. Like, he just can't grow up in that area. Can he? Like, not fully. He just can't. 49, about to be 50. Come on, man. Like, but there was another piece where things got a little bit more heated and a little less jokey. That part right there, all you could do is laugh, right? But got a little bit more edgy. Check this piece out.
I can sing more Nas. I can sing more Nas records than you right now. I can sing more Nas records than you right now. So you are capping. You are capping. That's what you're doing.
First of all, bro,
you are capping. I'm a bigger Nas fan than you are. You are capping.
First of all, I'm 57. I don't be singing no rap. I don't be singing no rap.
You see what I'm saying, Ocho? He don't even know about rap. He just doing this for the views to get Jim Jones on there to get him hot. I understand. But you don't
get
know
him hot.
You don't know Nas.
You better check the podcast space. Now you better talk.
Sing 16.
Hey, this is the biggest podcast you ever been on.
Name one Nas record.
This is the biggest podcast you ever been on.
Do you know what podcast
you've been on better than this one?
Hold on. We on topic. Hold on.
This is what I do. You see
Name a podcast you've been on bigger than this one. When you get big, you get invited to Club Shay Shay.
This is what I do.
Nas get invited to Club Shay Shay. Jadakiss get invited to Club Shay Shay. You not on that level yet, bro.
It's a little young white girl. Chill out. Chill out. Don't play with me, bro. Chill out.
Off topic.
You're dealing with the wrong one, bro.
Right here, bro.
I don't care nothing about nothing that shit you got to say, bro. You might as well take me off this shit,
bro. We here. You can't out
Leave
talk
me alone, bro.
You might can out rap me, but you can't out talk me.
Don't nobody want to go to Club Shay Shay. Nobody want to buy no VIP tickets to that shit. Nobody rushing to go to that shit.
Biggest podcast you ever been on.
Club Shay Shay.
Hey,
you got a good podcast.
You get an invite.
You do got a good podcast. Nobody listening to me. The podcast is tremendous. You and Ocho do your thing. Don't get it twisted, bro. I don't care nothing about no fucking podcast, bro.
We supposed to be talking about music and love and embracing one another and culture and having fun.
We ain't gonna let it come out here and disrespect Nas and Jada. That ain't gonna happen on here.
I can sing more Nas. I can sing more Nas records than you right now. I can sing more Nas records than you right now. So you are capping. You are capping. That's what you're doing.
First of all, bro,
you are capping. I'm a bigger Nas fan than you are. You are capping.
First of all, I'm 57. I don't be singing no rap.
Oh Lord, I ain't gonna lie, y'all. That one might have been a point for Jim. I ain't gonna lie, that might have been a point for Jim. I'm gonna give you two reasons, and I know it's like we looking at this like, yo, Jim, what are you doing? But I'm gonna tell you why that clip. I'm giving a point to Jim. I'm gonna tell you why. Number one, Shannon, he got you there, and he just didn't express it and break it down in a way to make Shannon look crazy. Shannon said, "I'm 57 years old, man. I don't be singing no rap, but you got rappers up on your podcast. Why then?" If you're not into rap like that, you ain't walking around singing no lyrics or nothing like that, then why are you saying Jadakiss could come up here, this person could come up here, and why you want to bring Jim up and discuss this topic? Why are you going so crazy defending Nas? Why? If you're not even walking around rap, I'm 57 years old. I ain't rapping no lyrics. That sounds a little bit Michael Jordan-ish. Because you know MJ kind of always been like that. We just like, yo, do you even fuck with us? The hip-hop culture? That's a little weird, Shannon. But you see, Jim also slipped in that other little, he said the little underage or young white girls, he slipped that in there. That is an ultimate win. Like, we should have just kept this about Nas, a good, healthy, clean debate. And if our voices get elevated, so be it. Good content. Let's all laugh and shake hands when the cameras turn off and go our separate ways. Jim snuck that little one in there. And I do also want to give Jim a point because Jim seems to be he's always been a little bit more fly off the hingy, right? So he controlled himself enough to not pull his ace or his joker out the deck and just slam it on the table, because you could see based on the things that Jim was saying, he was like, yo, fuck you. In so many words, fuck you and fuck this podcast. I don't care nothing about no podcast. Look at you. But like he was going there in his mind, but he still had enough reserve not to pull the trump card out and all the way violate Shannon Sharpe. He snuck the little one in there, but he let him slide. So I'm gonna give Jim a point back, but the Nas thing, we already know what's up. You know what I'm saying? Jim needing to calm down sometimes. Yes. Is he immature at times? Yes. But shit it. You know they ain't never gonna do a stream together again. But yo, did y'all see the stats that people was breaking down on the internet too? Wow, like it's definitely a clear cut situation. It wasn't even supposed to get to the point where people felt the need to break down Nas and Jim Jones stats. Nas and Jim Jones is never supposed to have to be compared at a hip hop. Like it's not supposed to. You know what Jim could say about Nas, like I dressed better than you, or I was more fashionable, culturally impacting than you. Yes, absolutely. I wore cooler jewelry than you over the length of our career. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. Can't do views, can't do albums, can't do money, can't do ability, can't do creativity, can't do talent, can't do longevity. Like you said, you was in the 11th grade, you was watching him. You can't. There all these major areas. There's no comparison. There's no argument. Yet the internet still did it for him. And I think that's why he started off one of them clips like, I might have had a little boo boo, but Nas 51 years old. Jim Jones 48. Yo, what is Nas, man? Post your diet. Post your how you keeping, that youthful nature. They say black don't crack. You know what I'm saying? But Nas, man, the guy still looks like he's in his upper 30s, maybe lower 40s, man. 51 years old. Gotta remember how long some of these guys have been around, man. Time is passing. Jim, once again, Jay put in the chat, turning 49, could be in a matter of days, in July. So, okay, monthly Spotify listeners, 9.2 million for Nas. So when Jim does all that relevance in the gap of Nas not being in tune, or the new generation not being in tune with Nas, I definitely didn't like that. You see the way I approached that particular topic on yesterday's stream, right? And here, though, seeing monthly Spotify listeners, this is a landslide. Calico, shout out to you. 9.2 million to not even a milli rock. 860. 100,000 monthly Spotify listeners to almost 10 million. Sounds like they still listening to him to me. Net worth, and I'm happy to see Jim Jones' net worth at least still shown here at 10 million. Whether it's definitely not. Well, I shouldn't say definitely. I don't think that's all liquid, of course. Neither for Nas either. But they're probably looking at his assets, his works, some of his current deals and ventures, and to put Jim at 10 million right now, that is super dope. I'm very glad to see that, because there was a little period while I was looking at Jim, I was like, I know you're not doing any desperation moves, are you? We heard the little thing, Kanye accusing him of robbing him and trying to sham him out of some money. Then he did that interview where he almost walked off and he looked all standoffish and he was like, you ain't got enough money to ask me about Cam. I was like, why you do an interview with this guy first? Did you just pick up like a little $2,000 battle on some Aye Verb shit? You know what I'm saying? It's just like, so why you do it? But if he's worth 10 million right now, I'm glad to see that. Jim Jones has put in a lot of work. He's been through a lot. I think he earned it. But Nas pushing that 100 spot, 80 million. Woof. Singles release, 79 plus to 47. Billboard hot entries, 15 plus to 2. Platinum albums, 8 to 0. Jim, you never got one of those championships. You never got a championship ring, i.e., a platinum album. And that's okay. I love Jim's albums. You know what I'm saying? Welcome to Church and At the Church's porch steps and Come Home with Me. No, not Come Home with Me. That's Cam's album. I'm tripping. But I like Jim's albums. Jim has always been pretty good as a song creator overall, from his production to even his at times choppy, you could tell not born talent type of delivery and flow. He's gotten better at what he does over the years. He's a good solid rapper. You know what I'm saying? So, but no platinum albums though. And where they're born, I could care less when it comes to comparing them. But it's not even close in any department. It's nowhere close. But shout out to Jim, shout out to Nas. Nas got an album coming out, right? If Nas could give us a response, I don't think he's really that much into entertaining Jim. But if Nas could give us a response, nice little diss track or something, that'd be dope. And Jim, you always welcome to kick it off. Jim likes to do things to stay in the media cycle. It's very, very clear. It's not a bad thing to keep your name in the mention column. You know what I mean? I wouldn't be surprised if Jim just pops out with a diss track on Nas, whether Nas entertains it or not. I'll take it from either side. You know what I'm saying? As far as a diss track, why not? If Jim wants to drop one, if Nas wants to drop one, we here for it. But other than this whole current debate, let's let it die out, before the week is over. All right. Even Jim knows he tripped. All right. What's next? What should we go to? Let's go to 50 Cent dissing Kanye and Bianca. Let's see if he's in the right with this one. Now we know 50 has some motives when it comes to dissing Kanye lately, right? He's the one that's on his Instagram alluding to Kanye West and his wife Bianca allegedly being involved in a freak off within Vegas with Diddy and 50's baby moms, Daphne Joy. Allegedly for all of this. But this is the type of stuff that 50 puts out there. And Kanye is very easy to shoot at. His wife is becoming very, very easy to shoot at as well. You're putting your woman on Front Street in a way where she's going to get torn down. And it's because of the cuck nature of Kanye regardless. And it's probably what he wants, but you're going to let all these people now just continue to violate what you present. And this is what happens when you put your wife out there like this. But 50 Cent calls Kanye West's wife dirty for walking around NYC in a candy string bikini. Says she'll claim victim soon. All right. Let's see. So this was her walking around Manhattan. All right. What's the caption here? Look at dirty little wife, or look at Ye's dirty little wife walking around the city naked. LOL. Is she gonna be a victim later? This looks like free will to me. Anyway, it was really hot today. Even that caption is hilarious. He's blended it into the Diddy trial. Shit. He said this looks like free will, aka consent. Right? Like, don't come around later and tell us that Kanye did this or Kanye did that. Amber Rose actually did Shannon Sharpe's podcast and said that the way that she was being presented was because of Kanye and his lustful cuck-like nature, allegedly. And here she is, another person being put on Front Street like this. Whether it's the red carpet, whether it's on somebody's stream, whether it's parading around New York. I love to see a beautiful woman just like the next man. But there's a place. This woman got no hips, no legs like that. But anyway, there's a place for it. There's a place for it. Now, if you bust out in the middle of downtown Soho, Manhattan, or some shit like that, and for a photo op or a photo shoot or whatever, hey, y'all do y'all things for magazines, for a video shoot or something like that. But if you're just walking around in your casual life like this, that's where it's like a little nasty. You know what I'm saying? Because the candy bikini, like, your joint is really, really out. You know what I'm saying? With the candy, yeah, I've been seeing the candy bikinis in person. Your joint is really out. You know what I'm saying? You walking in and out of stores and up and down the street like this. There's probably kids walking up and down some of these streets too. it's a little bit nasty behavior. You know, y'all doing too much, but this is who y'all are, and this is who he created, or this is who he groomed, or this is who you were before him. Who knows? But this ain't too cool. This ain't too cool, and they're gonna have a lot to go on as things continue to mount up and go in Kanye West's direction. If he ever gets any wild alley, actually, he's already got a civil lawsuit. What am I talking about? About that heavy chested, we see the similarities. That heavy chested girl that used to be his assistant, right? She's already got a lawsuit on him. And you know what? We might need to pull that docket up and see where it's at right now. You know, but this could be the next one for all we know. Fellas, real quick, you have to be smart enough to understand if your woman will ever do that, you can never fully trust her. You yourself. I can get into the weeds of that, but I just want to drop that there. But speaking of 50 Cent, 50 Cent, he took a pretty bad shot the other day, and I should have brought it up on the screen for y'all. But take a look at this for anybody that's missed it. This is 50 Cent's BM. Look at some of the stuff she said recently.
Just clicking, you know, he's a sex symbol in a sense because he's in great shape. Why wouldn't you want to be with someone at that point in his career?
Because he was abusive. Well, he still is abusive. I'm just not in his presence, but he's abusive. Emotionally, physically, he's abusive. And the last straw for me was he hit me in front of my daughter. And I said, as a mother, if I allowed her to see him hit me and stay with him, what example am I setting for my daughter? And that's when that was it for me. It was that and another incident with Marquise. So it was two incidents, but it was kind of close. And there was another incident with Marquise, Yale, and Banks used to have an apartment they used to share in Manhattan. And I went to pick 50 up from there. So Marquise told me that I guess like he had a girl there, like, you know, a girl that, he just told me something. So him and I got into an argument. He beat the mess out of me and then told Marquise, see, it's your fault. I had to whoop your mother's ass. So those were the two incidents for me that I said, no, it's time to go.
So the abuse was there. Okay. About what year was that? You remember?
I left him in about maybe 2007, 2008, around that year, around the time.
So basically, it was from you to Sierra, then to your most recent.
He definitely had different holes in different areas. Because let's say if Marquise was with him, he had a different woman with him. But like that's not none of my business. But Sierra was like his main girlfriend at the time, which Marquise like really, really liked him. Like he always had. And by the way, it's so crazy. Marquise always expressed how much he liked Sierra. But when he met Daphne, I never forget, we were visiting New York, and his dad and Daphne was staying at his grandparents' house, and I was staying at my grandmother's house. So, he took Marquise over to his grandparents' house, whatever, little visit or whatever. And Marquise came back and he looked at me and he said, Mommy, she's not for my father. And I said, well, why don't you tell you that? Tell him that he's not. She's like, she's just. I said, well, what is she nice to you or did she disrespectful? He's like, she didn't do anything to me. She said she's just not for my father. And that's what's so crazy. Like he didn't like her from the jump, but like I said, adored Sierra, but didn't like her.
Just clicking, he's a sex symbol in a sense because he's in great shape. Why wouldn't you want to be with someone at that point in his career?
Because he was abusive.
Well, I will always say and stand on that interpersonal relationships at that level, they're just not supposed to come to the web. We're entertained by it. We podcast on it. We create topics off of it. you got two people that have a son together, a daughter together, two people that were romantically involved. And we're just in this corny era of like, we split, we break up, and then here comes the interviews. It's nasty, it's disgusting, it's whatever. I hope, I want to assume that she's not out here on a media run on some like collecting checks. I want to assume she's okay, right? Financially. And here's another thing about her. She's always seemed like the one of the few people that 50 don't really publicly go at too crazy. Like I feel like he would drag a Daphne, but he don't be dragging this one, right? And maybe it's because they know all the behind the scenes history, or maybe that's still a slight respect for his son. I don't know. I don't know. It's always been a very, very weird dynamic. But here goes the abuse stuff. When Daphne said that stuff, what was it, last year, and they started going back and forth, 50 and Daphne, 50 went and lawyered up. He said, "Oh, no, 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 we ain't doing that." I wonder if he's gonna call a lawyer now that this baby mother is out here talking about, yeah, he was abusive. I wonder. But ugly claims. Once again, I ain't giving none of these people no angel titles. I don't know them that well. I'm just listening and watching what I think some of the motives are. But she's out here putting some real, real nasty stuff on one of our legends' names. As far as the burning down of the house, isn't it bugged out that a lot of us, if you had to ask somebody, do you think 50 was really involved in burning down his baby mother's house? It's like almost asking somebody, do you think Diddy was really involved in Kid Cudi's car getting burnt up? The answer is yes to us, allegedly, right? Remember Rick Ross rapped about his stupid motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? Like on his album. That was a classic album, by the way. That might be Rick Ross's best album. But allegedly burning down the house of the mother of your child. You know, uh, damn, 50, you out here going at Diddy. Y'all got some stuff in common. Y'all got multiple women in common. Y'all both allegedly go to arson over y'all women. Allegedly. Anybody ever think about that? Y'all both fighting over liquor companies and competing Ciroc and F. Y'all got more in common than we think. 50? Allegedly? That's bugged out. I didn't think about I'm gonna leave it alone. I'll fuck with 50. I'm gonna leave it alone, man. I'm just saying, like, sometimes he be doing some shit. Hey, man, we just don't be ignoring it. Like, but all right. Y'all want to get to my hat? Let's get to my hat. I'll go to Aye Verb, and then we'll go to, I'll save the Tyler Perry stuff for after Aye Verb. Let's go to Aye Verb. First, real quick in the chat. This is like the fifth, it's either the fourth or the fifth stream in a row, including Aye Verb. So we had one where it was the first one I think I did was pretty much acknowledging his bullshit. Like, okay, I'm here. The second one is the bad one that everybody's just like, damn. That's where every blogger, every battle rapper, every league owner was calling me and texting me and said, yo, he needs to just go find a rock and hide under that bitch as long as possible. That's the one where I just showed his lawyer, you hating ass, jealous ass nigga. I want to hear you continue to campaign that $456,000. I don't hear him chirping about him. Slap the cage. I don't hear him chirping about that shit no more. Wake up. Let me shake the camera. Wake up, nigga. What? You gave up? 456, man. Come on, let's go. Your partner. That 456, that screenshot that I'm so jealous over. How come I don't be making no money like that? You're not comparing about the 456 no more? But anyway, that was the second one. Then we did the extortion one, right? He will pay for his extortion attempts. Then I did the oops one. I tapped in with oops yesterday, by the way. Shout out to oops. Good to hear that oops and his family is doing well. I'll leave it there. Oh, matter of fact, no, I will add another piece. People saw my live and started hitting up oops as well. Shout out to Mickey. Mickey, what you hear when you tapped in? the sprawl effect of these lives is bad for behind the scenes as well as what's in the public. But yeah, I did the oops blog, just asking a question, and then we did yesterday's, right, and then here we are today. So, chat, let me know if you want me to now stop. If I'm at a point where you want me to stop these lives talking about Aye Verb and take a break and come back and just when you're ready ARP for the edited videos, or is it like, nah, ARP, we do enjoy some of these updates that we need as we continue this BS because he deserves it. This is what he does to people, and this is still shining a light. So it's just like, nah, like let the edited blogs come when they come. But do you want me to take some of these Aye Verb topics out of my lives? How y'all feeling? How y'all feeling? I see. Keep going. Okay. The very next one. Okay. Okay. He definitely needs to be committed to a psychiatric ward. Okay. Nah, keep going. Keep your foot on his neck. Keep going. Keep kicking him. Finish your food, ARP. Nah, keep the blog awards going on. There's not a single person I see as saying no. Nah, keep going in on that lane. Nah, don't let up. Keep going. Popcorn. Hey, what he say? Is he going to do the interview? Wow, the chat is lighting up with all this. Like, all right, yeah, y'all really dislike that man. He's earned it. He's earned it. Okay, cool. And so why not? Let's get into my ARP St. Louis hat mode. Let's bring up Verb's Twitter. Let me check in on him. Slap his cage a little bit. Make sure he's all right. You know, he's more rampant and more frequent, fast fire, rapid fire, and all of that with like other people. And I like the fact that he can get a dose of his own medicine from the Sorry It's True podcast side of the world. And he also got to sit there and know, like, he really, really, you see how he does with Hitman and other people when he tries to scare you off the base. I haven't even opened up my playbook. We still waiting for the Hitman holla audio. I'm still waiting for it. It's been a year. You've already taken a glove. You've been at war with Hitman Holla. You guys have gone to the depths. You claim that he violated your mother in a way that is unreturnable. Why are you holding on? Why are you still sparing Hitman? Why are you still sparing him? Because you're bluffing. He's a bluff artist. You know what I'm saying? He tries, once again, people, it's one of his tactics. I'm going to scare you off the mound. But when he looks at me, he's like, ARP is not trying to scare me off the mound. I know a little bit of what's on those drives too. He knows. But that's still a letdown because I kind of wanted or want him to keep the same energy with me. I want that, you know. See, the thing with Holla, why he gets let off the hook, because Holla, you know, he wants to see you in person behind. He wants to make you prove everything that you're telling him, right? But that wasn't going to happen. That wasn't going to happen. And it's especially when Holla really, really meant it. And I think he still means it now. If he gives him a location, Holla's going to be there. But when Holla was like, I really, really mean it, and Verb went whatever, Holla got to a point where he's just like, all right, whatever. Fast forward, I'm going to pop up to Houston, handle my business, whatever. You know, if I bump into him, we're going to talk. But other than that, even MTV Wildin' Out blocked Aye Verb. Like, we got to check for you. Like, get out of here. Like, move along. Like, sassy ass, lying ass, extortionist. Move along. You know what I'm saying? But Holla lets him slide on the internet level. Holla's got that YouTube channel over there. Every once in a while, when Holla gets in his bag, especially if he got other things to talk about, he'll cut his space on. So that's still sparing him. Like, I tell Holla all the time, like, get on your channel. Get on your channel. Instead of making fans wait to hear the real shit that's going on and you got to link up with hip hop is real or something like that, which is still dope. Just cut your channel on. He don't listen to me. He's got his own ways. Me, I'll cut this bitch on 2 times a day, 7 days a week, 365. So, you know, I'll be a huckleberry. But shout out to the chat. Big salute and shout out to the super coming from Devin. Appreciate you, homie. Soul says he stayed pump faking with this This ain't even my final form tactic. Yeah. It's like, shoot, nigga. Like, how many times? Maybe up this motherfucker, up this and up that, and up this and up that. I didn't even go to my playbook and I didn't even drop the audio yet. And I didn't even do it. Do the shit, man. Make me get that much more devious faster. I'm self-motivated. But I think his quiet nature right now is, this is how I could slap his cage. Verb, I think you scared of me. There you go. That's how I could rattle and shake his cage up. I think you scared of me, nigga. Go prove it to all your set. Prove it. I think you scared of me, man. I know you're not scared of me. Little old me. Little old me. I mean, you could look at me. I'm harmless. I'm super harmless. I'm a civilian. I ain't a street nigga. I don't stand on nothing I say. I'm a harmless guy. I'm just a decent businessman that came into battle rap and did a decent job. You don't know nobody from New York that knows me, so I'm not known. Nobody. I don't got no friends, no family, no nothing. It's just me out here on an island by myself. I ain't on shit, and I'm telling y'all I ain't on shit. I really am harmless. I really, really, really. So why does it appear that you're scared of me? Oh, I'm tweaking a nerve with him right now. It's like, I know that's that man nerve. That's that man nerve. Like, yo, this nigga thinks I'm scared of him. Damn, I gotta prove him wrong. Cut your spaces back on. Cut your YouTube back on, buddy. Don't have us all out here thinking you scared of little old harmless civilian blogging, talking shit with a bunch of lies, pump faking, bluff calling ARP. Can't be scared of him. I doubt that. But this is why I'm getting that impression, Verb, because I went to your Twitter and I said, let me check in on him, man. Make sure he's still on that. Make sure that he's still up in the straps and all that. But he screams all every fucking day and all this shit when he's playing with people like a calm, laid back ass chiller. You know what I'm saying? So I go to his Twitter. Let's scroll it a little bit, see what's going on. Rex, no get well, like, retweet. I retweet a lot of Verb stuff. Oh, chat, do me a favor. While I'm doing some of this, I'm gonna need people to find Aye Verb's Cash App because I'm gonna ask for it shortly. Okay, find Aye Verb's Cash App. Okay, don't tell the truth, huh? Y'all heard hustle, right? Your BM fucked everybody in URL. Pay attention. What we be doing? It's all this sexual stuff all the time, man. I'm about to go play Murder Mook's third round again. I think he was on to some shit. This guy, your favorite battle rap is doing this with this girl or this guy, whatever. You give a fuck about who hustle may or may not have fucked in URL. And what's wrong with you, man? There's some indicators around you. What's this next one? He said, I didn't ask to be a fat bitch. I never wanted this T-top. Oh, this is updates from Gnome yesterday, right? Okay, cool. This shit just feels off. Nightwing beat Rum? ? They straight be hooping in these fine. Okay, all right, that's okay for sure. Okay, man, these bootleg streams been tripping today. LOL. We're talking about bootlegs. Talking about bootlegs. Okay, all right. Nah, Nightwing. So you in gnome mode. Everything makes sense now. You're talking about regular entertainment stuff. I don't know if gnome is so far to me. ... You know, I don't understand. Hey, Verb, let me show you a little divide and conquer. Even though I don't need to, because I do believe that these people URL is on what I'm about to say, but I'm still gonna be an asshole and do a little bit of divide and conquer. You will never be booked on URL again. And I've even had conversations from the horse's mouth recently this year that would indicate to me how they respond sometimes behind the scenes about people that do certain things to them. Now, I know URL has this reputation, like, you know, all they want to do is laugh their way to the bank. And sometimes they've earned that reputation for themselves. I can see that at times, you know, if a handshake goes out, so good, I only got 2 rounds out of you, fuck it. We've seen that, right? But there are certain campaigns where it's just like, nah, I got to stand on something as a company, right? Like, those guys have pride. The Beasleys, the Chicos, and the Smacks, they have pride as men. right? So you might see a back and forth with maybe URL and Arsenal at a time, and then you see Arsenal come back. Or maybe like, let's say Head Ice and URL, and then Head Ice will come back. And there's a long list. Leagues and battlers get into it forever. They got into it with Shine, and word was they were still trying to figure that out, right? After Shine's outings or videos and whatnot. And I think maybe part of you thinks that you would be the same because you've said that in your spaces. URL has already shown blah, 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 but not with you. You are dead to URL. I'll be honest, man. I think they kind of like that with Easy too. When they asked him about Easy recently, right? You saw the response. Beasley often gives very, very, very politically correct answers on camera. But I think that's two people that they just feel like there's no coming back. I can never break bread with Easy or Aye Verb. Ever. Yet, you probably feel the same. Actually, you don't stand on nothing, so you don't. But if you did, you would feel the same. You campaigned against them for over a year, right? Whether it was justified or not. Yet, last night, I go on your Twitter, and what are you doing? For good old URL, you and URL who have such an amazing relationship together, this is how spineless and how much your character and how much no pride you have. You're just on your Twitter all night long promoting Gnome. You're spineless. You have no principles. You have none. That's what you're doing all night. Look at this. I don't know so far if Gnome is so fire for me. ... You talk about Shade of Nightwing. You talk about all it. Look at this. The bootleg thing we're going to get to in a second. This is spineless. Maturity, when you stand a certain way, could simply just be, I'm going to be over here, y'all going to be over there, right? You don't have that about you. Your character is shit. You there promoting your alleged ops all night long. And the Beasleys and the Chicos and the Smacks of the world, this is how you mark yourself out. You have no integrity as a man. You mark yourself out. You sitting there promoting their card, helping them earn money. Meanwhile, your campaign for a whole summer that they robbed you. They robbed you, but you're helping to put more money back in their pocket using your huge following that you all swear up and down to us that you have. You got all the motion. You are the man. You are one of the highest viewed. Everybody pays attention. When you speak, it's law. And you're using your platform to put money in the pockets of the people that would never do the same back in your direction at this point in the game. You are spineless. You still can't help but to try to put yourself into. If I called you right now and said, yo, Aye Verb, man, we need to chill. We need to put all this stuff down, man. I forgive you. And let's show the whole community that we can get money together. I want to book you for a battle. You would say, yeah. He's spineless. You spine. You got no integrity. You got no principles as a man. Go back today on your Twitter and promote Gnome some more. Help them get some money. From people like you, they deserve it. Mark yourself out again and let us see the man that you are. Go promote them some more all day. Good job. But leaving his Twitter alone, I just said, I'm bored. I want to go replay some more of Aye Verb's videos, some of the things that he's said recently. I'm going to stay on the big screen for reaction. Let's check this one out. What's he on? What's he talking about? Wake up, Verb. Wake up. Come, cut your space back on, nigga. Come on, nigga. Don't make it this easy. I know you're not scared of me. I know you're not. Come on, man. Don't let the set down. Don't let him down.
This is who this is, and he's on MTV. Boy, you was done. Come here. Come sit down, bro. You done. It's nothing you can do. And you attacked a man for no reason again and admitted you was doing it for promo. That is called slander. Dummy, you can't do that. You're on TV. You're slandering a brand. You're targeting one brand and slander it. There is no other instances on the internet where you targeted another man like that. And he never told y'all one thing I did to him. He just don't like me. He's done, man. So all y'all...
Hold on. He said he cut on and the stream or whatever, and he said whatever for promo. That's slander. I don't think Aye Verb has even, let alone a lawyer, I don't think Aye Verb has ever Googled how strong freedom of speech is. I don't think he really knows. You know how hard it is to file a lawsuit that's going to invoke slander? You know how much shit I can get up here and talk in Verb's direction and then just simply say the word allegedly that you cannot apply in court then? Forget the lawyer that you're talking to. Just go Google some shit. I don't think he knows how strong the freedom of speech element is. I think he's watching some of these podcasts. He wants to do the legal thing, but he's just not good at it. He's just full of shit.
Y'all that was kissing his ass and shit like that, that power is gone, bro. Power's over. That's over. It's done. Anybody who's into law, anybody who's justice, I didn't even need a lawyer to do this. I could have did this myself.
I didn't even need a lawyer to do this. I could have did this myself. Okay.
That's how I could have did this one myself because it don't require nothing. He's a lunatic. He's all over the net jumping and acting crazy. What do you mean? I got no violent threats to him. My first interaction to him, what I say? Okay, do you want to put on gloves? I know what I'm doing because I'm from the hood for real. Hey, do you want to put on gloves or something? I look like I'm weak to y'all to score. Let him keep barking. This is an ego-driven nigga. He can't handle things. Ego.
That's the main reason why you couldn't apologize to me, and I didn't even want it publicly. ego. The things that you are looking to blame other people for and put on other people is 1000% a part of your character. Ego, which is why I'm a little let down that you're looking in the mirror and you're lying to yourself, acting like you don't want to cut that space and that stream on behind this shit, right? I know you do. Or maybe one of his tactics is, if I stop talking in ARP's direction and ignore these last 4 or 5 lives, ignore the thing about if Oops knocked me out, don't respond to this publicly because damn, maybe he'll actually interview Oops. Ignore the extortion videos, ignore the picture that he's really showing the world, the mirror that he's holding up in front of me. If I ignore it, ARP being the cool, laid back, generous person that I know he is, that deep down in his heart, he'll stop, and then maybe I can avoid the edited videos because ARP isn't a bluff artist. I've seen this privately and, publicly and privately. I've seen this with him. He's not really a pump faking guy. Maybe he'll just find it in his heart to leave me alone because I already been trying to divide and conquer and manipulate his mind by saying, my target is Holla. My target is Holla. My target is Holla. You know what happened? You know the concept of every once in a while you got to show niggas? I ain't on no Kendrick shit by far. I've always believed that since a kid. Like every couple of years, whatever, depending on the demographic, the field, the area, the arena that you're in, you got to hit the reset button based on how people perceive you. Because people take kindness for weakness. And it's that whole you give an inch and they take a mile. But sometimes they don't just take the immediate mile. Sometimes you give an inch and it's taking, a quarter of a mile, then another quarter of a mile, then another quarter of a mile. And sometimes when people play with my name, I watch and I'll be like, they play and I see them get more and more comfortable. And then maybe I'll say, yo, Verb, chill out, man. Stop saying that I robbed you. Stop. You know what I'm saying? Before I get aggressive or I get offensive or anything like that, yo, Verb, chill out. Please don't do that. You know what I'm saying? And maybe you start to think that somebody is safe. I learned that in my school days. The small voice, well-spoken kid. I was popular as shit. So niggas knew and where I was from. Like I was, a guy that wasn't easy. But at the same time, it's the mind. We're gonna come through here well-dressed every day. And one of the ladies men of the school and all that type of shit. And I'm gonna play with him. You gotta go in his face and then show the whole school, hit the reset button. Like, oh, I almost forgot them niggas be on it like that. And that's what I think you with me. Like, you just kept using me and playing with me. And it's like, damn, Verb, like, I even could publicly ask you to chill out with that. You know what I'm saying? It's like, they robbed me. Then you use the 456. And I'm like, that's my name too. I don't like what you do in the Holla. I don't like what you do in the Chung. I don't like what you do to all these people, but it's me too. All these guys could defend themselves and they do defend themselves, but I'm going to defend like this. You want to do that to me? Knowing how much I did for you? Nah. So I think that he also thought like, If I continue to just say, ARP, you're not my target, I'm going to ignore him. I'm just going to say, I'm focusing on Holla. Mentally, that'll divide people. No, I choose where I want to be. You think Holla's motivating me? I motivate my damn self. It's my name that you played with. And once again, I'll be your Huckleberry. So, there's some more videos that I just want to walk through this morning. Nah, I don't need the small screen. As a matter of fact, let me stay on the big screen.
What's up, my people? What's the word? Hold on 1 second, y'all. Woo, it feels great, man. This shit is awesome. Hold on, let me get my people together right quick. Y'all hear them birds chirping? Woo! You hear them motherfucking birds chirping? Hey, what's up, Doc? You heard it? You hear them birds chirping? Huh? Y'all hear that? Excellent, ain't it? Ooh.
Top of the AM.
Ooh, it's gonna be top of the AM for a long time around this bitch. What?
What's the deal? How you feeling, man?
Oh, shit, excellent. Like I'm finna sue the brakes off. What's up with you?
Come on, man. God is good, man. God is good.
Who's that? Who's that talking with him?
And God is good and Verb is vicious, baby. That's how don't forget the second part. Oh, it feels good out in this. Now, listen, before we get into a whole bunch of different conversations, because I like to give people, y'all can hear me good, right? Cool. Check this out.
Nah, I ain't checking out no nothing else with that video. It's just funny to hear audio of you waking up. It is such a new day and the birds is chirping, the weather is different, everything's beautiful because you feel like, oh, I might be able to sue somebody. Yeah, man, your desperation is bad. Delonte West, right in front of y'all. I'm telling y'all. What's Polo been up to over there? I know Polo got some content for us. Let me see what he got. What's going on at Polo's
Polo
side?
World, we live, we back, we direct, we in the building. First and foremost, tap them likes right now. Make sure you subscribe and listen to this full audio. Oh, nah. Aye Verb is threatening to sue Hitman Holla. Now, I want to get into a few things. I want to read some of the tweets of Aye Verb actually tagging Wildin' Out and saying that he is going to, in a clip of Hitman Holla reacting to him saying that he is going to sue him. Also, I want to play audio of him saying that he is going to bootleg Hitman Holla and Murder Moot Chilla Jones event. He ain't showing no mercy. And also, last but definitely not least, Hitman Holla sent the receipts in for the YouTube. I want to get into that, show y'all some of that, the chart of that, because I see a couple people were saying, oh, it's bots. Y'all know I keep it official. So I want to show y'all that. Check this out. Pull a word. Wait. Aye Verb actually tweets. Nick told you to leave Verb alone. You choose to play with me and spit on my name while admitting you just used me for promo. You are done, man. I played that for the lawyer. He couldn't believe you said that. You're done, sir. No more.
I played that for the lawyer, and he couldn't believe you said that. I played that for the lawyer, and he couldn't believe you said that. People, I'm just reminding you and showing you. This man was threatening us with lawyers, threatening people with lawyers, and saying publicly he's already speaking to his lawyer and playing audio for his lawyer. Pump faking, spineless, no integrity having ass Aye Verb. There's a million lies we've already gone through. I'm requesting for you to please prove this isn't a lie. Please put me in touch with your lawyer. I'm begging you. This lawyer that you just said you spoke to and already playing, so you started the process. You're giving your evidence to a lawyer. Actually, to have a lawyer that you're playing evidence for and everything, is he retained at this point? Or is this the lawyer that you said is willing to do stuff for you for free? Okay. In any event, can we please have your lawyer? Please. You could DM me my email. Everybody actually already knows my email. Please, let's put the lawyers in touch. What the fuck are we waiting for? Let's help you get to this bag. Let's help you get to this bag that you so desperately need. Let's put what are we waiting for? What the fuck is taking so long? Why are you online all night promoting Gnome when you got an opportunity to wake up and hear the birds chirping? because you were so bright in your day that you got the opportunity to sue. I believe you, spineless, broke ass, Delonte West ass nigga. So let's get you to this bag. What are we waiting for? If that's what makes the birds chirp for you, let's do it. Is that alleged bipolar medication working or not? Allegedly.
Mercy on you, like you had none for my mom. Tweets this out the Wildin' Out. He tweets out Wildin' Out owned Hitman Holla's harassing me again. I ask y'all to take care of this. Hitman Holla actually reacts. He says, "Look at what your boy back doing on Twitter. This y'all king." Hitman Holla responds, "I'm done with him, man. Not even gonna troll him no more. If you rock with him, just stay away from me respectfully. No more tweet spaces interviews about starting that. First person catch me giving him any kind of attention, get $500. Screenshot it." And then Hitman Holla actually posts a video of what Aye Verb say. Check this out.
Mr. Nick Cannon, I reached out to you. Mr. Nick Cannon, I reached out to you. I asked you. Make him stop, Nick. I asked, Nick. You leave me no choice but to go to the authorities, Nick. How can you be a black man and employ a gang member on a child-friendly show, Nick? He has assaults on him, Nick. He's sick, Nick. He's done things to people, Nick, and you keep on putting them on your stage. I don't think that's good for your brand. Your brand. Mr. Nick Cannon. You leave me no choice but to go to the authorities, Nick.
To go to the authorities, Nick.
As you seen, Aye Verb threw water on his face. Hey, yo, Aye Verb. Oh, nah. Aye Verb, I don't know what's going on. I don't know why. First off, I want to say, why would you throw water on your face to make it look like you crying? Like anybody that's watching that's like a judge or something, that could easily be argued like, Your Honor, he just threw water on his face and started crying. Your Honor, like, I don't know the end game for this one, but he definitely said that he's going to sue Hitman Holla. What are y'all thoughts in the comments on that? Also, now I also want to get into him saying that he is going to bootleg Hitman Holla Murder Mook card. He said, Chilla Jones, is no mercy for you. I want to get into that. Aye Verb is crashing out. I want to check out some of this.
No, they max out. He isolate. We isolating from him. We is not supporting that, Chilla. Sorry to break the news to you. You get in the car with the wrong people, man. You get in the car with the wrong people. That dude is a nobody he ain't got no power where we come from. Y'all just jump in the car with people and be thinking this, man, please. And he finna lose everything anyway because I'm definitely getting him, though. I ain't got no mercy on him. That boy spit on my mama on stage 4, laying in the bed. Yeah, I'm taking him. We getting charges on him. Harassment, for sure. This dummy, I played it for the lawyer today. The lawyer couldn't believe that man sat up there and said he just used me for promo, targeted me for no reason. Boy, you're done. And they told you to leave me alone. Nick said, stop playing. Leave him alone. Do it. I'm taking that one with me, though. My mama still here. She gonna watch me take you, though. For sure. We gonna get you back down to the floor. Because you think it's a game out here. And you think you can walk around here and do whatever you want to people. And then knowing that everybody's saying you shot at me first. And then you admit it. Okay, you just targeted me for promo. So he's like...
The whole shooting at you first. 1 second. You got a bunch of spaces online saying that you're about to bootleg TBL's event, which is Hitman Holla versus Murder Mook, September 13th. Let me start putting it out into the public for lawyers' references, including yours. I've done business with both Hitman Holla. Watch this one, y'all. You don't see stuff like this coming. I've done business with Murder Mook. I've done business with Hitman Holla. Both of them multiple times. Murder Mook and Hitman Holla are among the highest drawing artists in the battle rap culture. Without revealing RBE financial data, it is my approximation and opinion that Murder Mook versus Hitman Holla could generate at least net $5 million. That's just my own experience approximation. So I want to put this on the internet here now, June 23, 2025, because when it comes to civil lawsuits, you need to establish things like damages. You see that my podcast ended up in a lawsuit pertaining to Kendrick Lamar and Future's Like That song. So it's already been shown that I can report on things and people could use them in lawsuits. So me being an experienced person with both of these artists and coming on the record and saying, I believe that's the biggest rap battle left. That is a lot of damages for anybody to be able to use, like this, for example, to say, Aye Verb is publicly campaigning for his following and also for himself to break a federal crime in the midst of saying that he's going to sue somebody, by the way, but a federal crime. And I'm here saying that could be millions of dollars in damages. Similar to allegedly what I showed on screen for Max Out 3. You didn't see that one coming. Keep talking about bootlegging pussy. Hold on, let me Google it real quick on the side. Is bootlegging pay-per-view, and I asked, is bootlegging pay-per-view a federal crime? Yes, bootlegging a pay-per-view event, particularly for a commercial or financial gain, is considered a federal crime. Here's why. Copyright infringement. Let me stop there because he wants to play lawyer. Let me tell you some stuff that you need to know. This is also for TBL. September 13th is going down. Mega battle rap event. We will all watch and tune in, and we will all pay for it, right? Here's the thing about copyright. TBL, get your event, upcoming event, copyrighted now. Because if your works, right, like every battle on that card is going to be considered like a work, right? If it's copyrighted before the event actually happens, the damages that you can claim are like times 5. Go look it up. Everybody go Google it right now. Copywriting before versus after the alleged infraction. Okay? I'm telling you from experience. That's why I started copywriting stuff before. If you copyright after, you still have big claims, but it's pretty much consolidated only to the works instead of like all the stuff surrounding it. Like you can't say the overall event, the co-main event, and all this type of stuff. If you copyright it after, you only could focus on Hitman versus Mook. All right. So TBL, being that the guy with the most motion, the most impact, the biggest voice, the biggest following, somebody that goes on Spaces and YouTube daily to campaign and publicly promote things like breaking federal crimes by bootlegging your upcoming pay-per-view that people with experience are putting on the internet can possibly approximately earn you guys in the upwards of $5+ million, copyright it before September 13th. And then let Verb, which he is, or it's already too late. It's already documented, but let him continue to campaign that he wants payback for Chilla, having Hitman come into his event and announce his upcoming $5 million plus battle to take that opportunity to promote. You're not good at this. You're actually trash at this. Send that one to your lawyer too.
Fine. I'm the victim here. Not you guys. Y'all are bullies, man. You're bullies. Like I didn't do anything to you guys. I work hard like a slave. And this is the thanks I get? That's fine. That's fine. It's no problem. Listen, y'all, when we play this game, whatever is fine. Whatever y'all want to do. Everybody has the same tools and same weapons, right?
Cool.
Well, y'all might got more weapons, right? Right. Okay, y'all more weapons. That's fine. Still have to see, guys. Like,
maybe,
listen, guys. Listen. Tell y'all what. I know deep down inside, y'all probably like, we know what's up, but it's like, goddamn, that motherfucker's special. I know, guys. Relax. Ain't no pressure. Listen, everything's fair game. Shout out to everybody. Look up top. Hey, Enchanted. Look up top. Go take it to your mama. Go look up top. Look at that. Check it out.
Why sounds so fumbly? Sounds so nervous.
Check it out. Go take it to your mom and get back with me.
What?
Okay, you do that. No pressure, guys. Like, listen, a lot of y'all don't know who's who around here. Y'all don't. That's the good part about y'all.
Sound real fumbly.
See, like the thing is, you gotta know what's all on the floor.
Huh?
Oh, you're so silly, guys. You know what, guys? Maybe we need to get a song. How about we all get a song?
What?
How about we all get a song that we all sing for each other when we see each other? What? You know what I'm saying? Something positive.
Is that a threat?
Can we do that, guys?
Is that a threat?
Fuck no. I take it to your mom. Hey, Enchanted, listen, tell you what. Get in the DM. Take it to your mama and show that right quick. And then just get back with me, okay? We'll be right back, guys.
First of all, once you get past the age of like 8 or something, there's never supposed to be a such thing as a bully. You know what I'm saying? This victim role, this bully role. I watch you harass, take the offensive, and really, really attack people when you in mode and when you feel like you up. You know, and to watch you here in a moment like this, reverse Uno card and say you the victim and people are now becoming bullies. It's sad to see, man. It's real, real, real sad to see. You want to know where this particular space came from. So I put up that email automated response of when you go online to Romano Law and you put the lead attorneys or whatever, right? When I put that screenshot up, I know his stomach hit the floor and he did an emergency space. And when he joined his space, me and Hitman joined his space too. And if you go listen to that whole space, you see him like, oh, hey, guys, hey, welcome. And that's why his voice and his words were so fumbly. You know, that's not in person. That's just like on the internet in spaces. And he couldn't even stay focused. His whole demeanor, everything changed. He started speaking in circles like he always does, got fumbly, and he just sounded so nervous. And then he just jumped out of spaces in like 3 minutes. Like everybody knows he's good for an hour plus talking about the same shit, rambling. His fucking heart dropped, and he sounded like that just from us just going into the spaces. I was hitting the emoji, saying hello, hi. That's all. Like in your words, no pressure. It's the internet. What kind of pressure is the internet? I don't know, Verb. I don't know. In closing for this piece of the stream, your desperation of attempting to extort Chilla Jones, attempting to extort Nick Cannon, NTV Wildin' Out, Hitman Holla, ARP, URL, your desperation of always trying to find an angle to say I want to sue or cut me a check or let me promote your event or can you hire me to be a talent scout for you? That's confirmed across URL and RBE, right? Your desperation is getting bad. And I don't know how much, I mean, you go back a year ago, it was fuck battle rap. When Holla wanted to meet up with you and do that song that you just said, you was saying, fuck battle rap, I'm not coming back. There's nothing. The Whack 100 interview happens where there's a ceasefire, and then it's all of a sudden, I want to battle Rum Nitty. I want to battle this person. I just don't see the value in you from a league owner experience right now. And that's really what Holla meant when he talked about you versus JC and the turnout. Shout out to Cal. That's Aye Verb fault. You know, all this make another Hove thing. I'm asking you, why wasn't that turn? Because you can make another Hove. You can turn anything into anything. Doesn't appear so. There's a lot of angles on you too. Um, I'm curious to see your next battle. Is that why you said you was creating the set? It's just like, shit, I ain't popping up to nobody else's events right now. I just don't feel like it anymore. I got to create my own shit. Gerald, help this man out, because he obviously don't got it himself. He don't. Desperation. Clearly. Tyler Perry. Purposeful transition like that. Let's go from one sass to another sass. Next topic, Tyler Perry. Yeah, they forgot to tell you Aye Verb sassy, but he'll smoke your ass. Quarter lab. What time is the stream? One around the 1:15 mark. Clip this, Quarter lab. Oh, you see, I'm turning red. What he saying to JC? He say he Verb sassy, but not to forget he'll smoke your ass. They call Aye Verb sassy, but don't forget to tell them niggas he'll smoke your ass. Clip this. Everybody, clip this. Everybody. Oh, before I move on to Tyler Perry. Damn, I fucked up. I forgot. Let me leave my strap right here in case I need it. Nigga might kick in my door right now. Leave my strap right there. Chat. Did y'all find Aye Verb's Cash App? Did y'all find Did y'all find Aye Verb's Cash App? In the meantime, anybody's got Aye Verb's Cash App? Please put it in the chat for me real quick. Did anybody find it? Oh shit, this is bad. This chat is going crazy. LP Gerald don't even want to deal with his fuckery. They started getting on his. It's damn shame what Aye Verb is a part of making people like Gerald feel. Oh no, damn. The sassy ball. That might be tomorrow's title, the sassy ball. He's saying chill. Nigga said not the nerf. Sassy. Oh my god. Niggas, yo, they actually have a sympathy for a man that harasses the entire culture. That's crazy. Yeah, it is, man. It is, man. I had to give him the fake laugh to say what he do to everybody else. I ain't gonna lie. Yo, come on, people. I need Aye Verb's Cash App real quick. Thank you, homie. I really wanted season 1 or season 3 behind me, but I couldn't find it in that size because it's like a size ratio. Come on, man. I want to move on to Tyler Perry. Nobody found his Cash App. All right, fuck it. Is this it? Island Guy Verb 1234. You sure? That don't look like a good Cash App. Who uses 1234? Damn, Verb, you gotta be a little bit more creative than that. Is that really his joint? Let me see. Is that really his joint? I know somebody could actually be behind that, and it's not his Cash App, but Island Guy Verb 1234. Oh, I got an M there. Hold on. Island Guy Verb 1, 2, 3, 4. Nothing's coming up. 314. Is this it right here? Island God Verb. The ghost. Shout out to the ghost in the chat. Is this it? All right, let me see. $ Island God Verb. Chaz Duncan. There you go. That sounds about right. $100. The note is going to be Delonte West help pay. Put my little fingerprint scan. There you go. Let me see. Yeah. You sent $100 to Chaz Duncan. Done. Okay. Send him $100. It's the least I could do, man. Because once upon a time we was real good friends, man. We made some money together. We made millions together. That's why I owe him so much money. So hey, Verb. If that's not really yours and that's somebody else posing as you because you're so famous, I could see a bunch of people making fake cash apps using your name, Chad. I can see that you're that famous. If it doesn't find its way to you, man, that sucks. And that would probably make you feel that much worse today. But I hope that wakes you up. If you're asleep right now, imagine if he's asleep right now and his cash app noise goes off on his phone. He turns over and says, oh shit, what's this? $100 from ARP. All right. I appreciate you, chat. Thank you for pulling up his cash app for me. Nigga said, now that's diabolical. Why? Why can't send Delonte? Not Delonte. Verb a cash app. You're damn right he gonna use it. You can't put you put Pook in the crack house. He gonna smoke. What you think? You can't put $100 on the ground around Delonte West and think he not fitting to spend that shit before it's even 9 o'clock this morning. Like, you kidding me? Oh shit. Nah, moving on after this one right here. Where was that I just seen? Jose Soto said that's his 10%. Oh shit. That's a ball. Okay, I'm moving on. All right, Tyler Perry. We got the paperwork. Shout out to Checks and Balances once again. When I saw this posted and I brought it into our news coverage, people, I said, I want to stay in the middle. I don't want to jump out any windows. We want to stay neutral. We want to stay impartial. It's a lot of money grabbing going on these days. There's a lot of people waking up to the birds chirping because they feel like they might have a lawsuit at their feet, right? So we're not jumping out any windows. There's a billionaire. There's a whole mogul at stake, right? He's probably exposed to everybody and their mother saying he did something to me, right? But now that we have the paperwork, do we feel the same? Let's take a look. Pete, Derek Dixon is the plaintiff. This is in the Superior Court of California. Derek Dixon as an individual, as the plaintiff versus Tyler Perry, an individual, TPS Production Services, LLC, an Action LLC. He's going after not just, you put all of these different because it's like the liability you want to go span across multiple options, right? So it's not just Tyler Perry as an individual, and that would make sense because some of what he's claiming, even originally, comes out of the workplace. So when you talk about workplace harassment, things like retaliation, I spoke about that like months ago. Retaliation in corporate America is a big deal. All right. So when you bring in at the corporate and the company level, makes sense. So the lawyer is smart there too. Whoever's behind that. Look at the complaint on the right side. Quid pro quo sexual harassment, work environment harassment, sexual harassment, the Ralph Act, workplace Workplace gender violence. What the fuck is that? Workplace gender violence? I might have to pull that up on Google. Violation of Bain Act. What is that? Sexual battery, sexual assault, negligent retention. Do you know what negligent retention sounds like? Everybody's allowed to go home for the day, and you like, hey, Derek, I need you to stay. Okay, no problem. Tyler, what time you need me to stay to? Midnight works. Oh shit. Like, oh, what is going on here? Allegedly. Intentional infliction of emotional distress. Those be the ones that I hate. I shouldn't say hate, but those be the ones I'd be like, whatever. And here we go. Like I was talking about, retaliation. Demand for jury trial. All right. Summary of action. Plaintiff Derek Dixon files his complaint against defendant Tyler Perry, a.k.a. Emmett Perry Jr., Perry, TPS Production Services, all the LLCs that we just ran through. The following complaint is pled on information and belief. This case arises from a sustained pattern of workplace sexual harassment, assault, and retaliation perpetrated by Tyler Perry, a powerful media mogul, against plaintiff Derek Dixon, a professional actor and screenwriter. Mr. Perry is an American actor, filmmaker, and playwright who has built one of the most successful careers in the film television industry. Mr. Perry took his success and power and used his considerable influence in the entertainment industry to create a coercive, sexually exploitative, I'm not fucking up that word, dynamic with Mr. Dixon, initially promising him career advancement and creative opportunities such as producing his pilot and casting him in a show, only to subject him to escalating sexual harassment, assault, and battery, and professional retaliation when Mr. Dixon did not reciprocate Mr. Perry's unwanted advances. These events occurred while Mr. Dixon was employed as a series regular on Tyler Perry's show, The Oval. And while Mr. Perry held direct control over his employment, compensation, and creative opportunities, Tyler Perry rose against all odds to become, I know who Tyler Perry is. Oh, what's this? 1.36. Among other contracts, Perry received a lucrative multi-year partnership with Oprah Winfrey Network, and his net worth tops $1.36 billion. We trying to show the court that he got what we asking for? That's bugged out to put in there like that. Tyler Perry's rise to fame and fortune elevated him from a powerless victim to a figure of tremendous wealth, influence, and power, culminating in the ownership of his own film studio. Okay. We know who Tyler Perry is, right? Look at this. Number 8. Just like Harvey Weinstein, Bill Cosby, R. Kelly, Sean P. Diddy Combs, Kevin Spacey, Roger Ailes, or Ellis, whatever, and many others in the industry, Mr. Perry's success has led him to believe that money and influence can get him whatever he wants. That belief slowly transformed into the false idea that Mr. Perry can get whomever he wants. There are things in life that money cannot buy. I ain't gonna lie. When you look at like the Bill Cosby thing, a lot of people looked at it like, oh, the old nasty man, a little bit of the Harvey Weinstein-ish as well. R. Kelly, people attributed to like that freaky nature, just an over sexed out sex fiend. He showed in his music, his aliases, the way everything. Diddy, they got him painted a little bit more like, all right, you freaky as hell, the type of stuff we finding out about these freak offs and the buckets upon buckets of Astroglide, you putting your girlfriends in these sexual porn scenes and all that, allegedly. But then you hear all the aggressive stuff, like allegedly beating on this person, punching this person, hitting this person, pulling up to the burger spot trying to shoot somebody, taking this person to Central Park, talking about, yeah, if you still talk to Suge, I'm gonna kill you. Like there's a violent side that we're seeing with Diddy as well. So overall, it makes him look like a monster. And it makes Diddy look worse than almost all these people, to be honest, because he's doing the stuff that they're doing. And then he's got that other side that feels like he's a menace to society on top of that, not just the people that are close to him. And Diddy's got it hot right now. We're still in the midst of his trial. So looking at a case like this that comes out after the Diddy case, that's in people's minds. Diddy. I know Tyler Perry is looking at Diddy's trial right now like, please be innocent. because you got it hot right now. People's even referencing your shit and my shit. That's crazy. All right. There's a lot to this. This is 46 pages. Let's go to the text messages, y'all. Let's make it more interesting because I don't care to read his full initial complaint. All right. What's this text right here? Text right here. Now, mind you, I believe every text that we're about to read as an exhibit in this complaint, I believe the left side is always Tyler Perry, and the right side, which is blue, is always Derek Dixon, I believe. Okay. Look at this, page 755 of 1425. What the fuck? You see this in the exhibit at the bottom corner? It says 7. Can y'all see that on screen? Hold on, let me raise it up to the top. Can y'all see that in the bottom right corner of that exhibit? How it says page 755 of 1425? Is Derek's lawyer in possession of almost 1,500 pieces of evidence, of which some of that, of course, the lawyer choose to pick within this initial complaint? But his lawyer may already have presented to him from Derek almost 1,500 pieces of evidence. That just caught my eye there, people. Wow. We're not people. It's a big difference. We're not talking discovery. This is the initial complaint. We're not talking discovery. Wow. Oh shit. All right. But I swear to you, I know how to fix this shit. I love killing a motherfucker in a show that no one expects. He writes back, you could be sipping Mai Tai, counting coconuts right now. Okay. Think about the last episode. They're all shot. All. We don't know who lives. He writes back, exactly. I'm scared. They should be too. Nope, they're not. Last I checked, we all got the same bullets in us. So this type of exhibit, I feel like, is establishing not just their relationship, but their work relationship, discussing the characters in the show and whatnot. So you're creating the links, which any lawyer should do, right? Why did that photo make me jealous? You two together. That's allegedly from Tyler to this guy. He writes back, haha, I don't know. It's just Brad, LOL. He writes back, LOL. Derek writes, he just wanted to go for a quick walk to get his steps in, and now I'm walking to Chipotle by myself, LOL. Tyler Perry allegedly writes back, thick Derek, get that Chipotle. All right. Allegedly, once again, left side is all Derek. I'm sorry, left side is all Tyler. What's it going to take for you to have guiltless sex? Question mark. Have y'all found that yet in therapy? Question mark. Yes, it's the exact same kind of car, Geo Metro. That looks like there's some text messages in the middle that's deleted then, because he goes from asking a question to answering a question. So Derek, I do believe that you deleted some texts in the middle of this, but Tyler has the ability, if he's got text message saved up on up in the cloud or whatever, go to the phone company and retrieve if you can, and try to get the stuff that's taken out of the middle of that. That to me is clear. There's stuff deleted between. Giving up my religious guilt, allegedly, by the way, giving up my religious guilt, becoming a Buddhist. That's so cool. Where you came from. Tyler writes back, unfortunately, Derek, I have friends who are in their 50s and 60s who are still dealing with that, and it's so sad. You can have freedom from religious guilt and still believe in Christ. Damn, they could even take a religious angle there in the workplace. All right, what's this one? Treat myself right. What are you doing? Question mark. And then look at how he drags out the word Derek. Like he's on his heels. Like, reply to me. Where are you? What do you do? Like it's on his mind. Where are you? What are you doing? Derek. Like, oh shit. This look horrible, Mr. Perry. Just talking to my sister, he writes back. Ew. His answer is eye roll. Fine. Good night. I'll go through the 600 people in my phone book and be annoyed that I don't want to talk to any of them. Ill. Trying to get off so I can go to sleep. LOL. I understand. LOL. LOL. Apparently, you're not the only one that's been drinking tonight. So now he's calling him out like, yo, you drunk texting me right now. And then Tyler allegedly writes back, I just started. Wow. 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 Wait, what's this up here? Dixon did his best to tiptoe around Mr. Perry's sexual aggression while keeping on Mr. Perry's good side. Mr. Perry made it clear to Dixon that if Dixon ignored Perry or failed to engage with the sexual innuendos, Dixon's character would die in the next season. Indeed, Dixon's character Dale was shot 4 times in the chest at the end of the first season on the Oval, and Perry always held this over Mr. Dixon's head, implying that Dale would survive if Dixon kept Perry happy. This is like Cassie, these people talking about them sex tapes that he told my parents that he was going to release or whatever. That's why we kept doing the freak offs and doing everything that he said and stayed there, and we were trapped because he had these videos. In this case, Derek Dixon is saying this guy was going to stop me from being in the show by taking my character out unless I met his needs sexually, allegedly. Wow. Once Perry recognized the extent of control he had over Mr. Dixon, he escalated this behavior. On multiple occasions, Mr. Perry sexually assaulted Mr. Dixon, including one instance where he forcibly pulled off Mr. Dixon's clothing, groped his buttocks, and attempted to force himself on Mr. Dixon and told the drunken Perry no, and attempted to remove Mr. Perry's hands, but Mr. Perry held tightly onto Dixon's wrists. Mr. Dixon was only able to escape after de-escalating the situation by abruptly changing the subject. The day after the assault, Mr. Perry called a text Mr. Dixon relentlessly, saying, "Tried you, call me. And I really need to talk to you. Please call as soon as you can." Finally, when Mr. Dixon answered Tyler Perry's call, Mr. Perry profusely apologized for the sexual assault while blaming it on other things. Perry continued he didn't know why he would do that. Maybe it was self-sabotaging. Let's get back to the text messages. This read is crazy, dude. You got an uphill battle. This is looking like so far. More text messages. Nice. Santa Monica is nice. I'm glad you're going out there. How is your no? Is it stronger? You got to have a strong no. What was you asking him for? Yes, it's strong. My mom literally thinks I'm going to sell my soul to the Illuminati. She heard Kanye say that it's real. Well, I don't think that, but I do think that you have to be able to say no and mean it and make it clear. I'll only say yes if it gets me an Oscar. Just kidding, just kidding, just kidding. Don't provoke the guy. And in jest, Derek. Be careful. I hear you. And then Tyler allegedly writes back, well, the only one who could have gotten that for you through sex is in prison. So just stick to the no unless you are really into him. Are they both presenting homosexual males to each other? Derek allegedly in his pictures and everything does look a little on, and there's nothing wrong with that. Once again, people, it looks like they talk about it, and maybe that's allegedly why Tyler is also trying them. Like, nigga, I know you, and they talk to each other about other relationships that are involving men. Allegedly, is that what this is happening? What's happening here? All right. Damn, there's a lot. This is a lot. I know there's more exhibits in here. What's this one? I would hope that you would let someone hold you and make love to you. You are missing the best years of your life, my friend. Trust me. I hope you get past that block in your mind soon. Well, it's not this person, but yes, I want that too. I'm working on it. Therapy is helping. What's this one? Yeah, I'm letting this go. New conclusion, people. I ain't judging jury. I'm not convicting Tyler. Let this all go into the natural process that it's supposed to go through. But of my opinion, Tyler Perry he's well, I guess because he has kids and he also dates women publicly or whatever, right? I think he's bisexual. Just my opinion. And there's nothing wrong with being bisexual. But from the beginning, I told y'all when we first covered this news, I said, my thing about Tyler Perry is I was never really into the Madea thing. So I never followed his movement. I respect him as a mogul. I appreciate him as a black billionaire mogul that's out here making power moves, providing opportunity. He's probably created how many millionaires? I respect the man for that, right? But it just wasn't for me. The Madea thing, and there's that still can of worms I can get into about, does that affect, the black home to continue to put forward that feminizing of a man, or that's a whole nother. I don't know if a lot of y'all would want that for y'all son. Like, do you want if you have a 4-year-old son, do you want to sit him in front of a TV and play Madea? Everybody's different. Me, that's not for me, right? Y'all could choose different. Everybody's got their thing, and I ain't question nobody's sexuality, and I ain't question how nobody want to raise their child. Do you? But the Madea thing was never for me, and the rumors was always around his name. Rumors is rumors, but when I see these text messages, I believe that Tyler is like that. But what makes it a problem is if all of this harassment and all these stuff and this claims is what's coming into the picture. You can be bi, you could be gay, whatever this type of stuff is. It's the harassment stuff and the assault stuff that really matters. Okay. But yeah, there's no reason for me personally to think anything else at this point. It is what it is. I was going to bring Cash Out up here, but I'm going to leave it alone. He's going through some situations. I believe it's like sex trafficking or whatever. Remember he had that throwback song. It's like 13 years ago. I'm cashing out. That shit. And fast forward 13 years later, and it's one of those reminders that people can have hit songs. They can be celebrities. They can be famous. You could have seen them on TV. You could have heard them all over your radio. You just never know what's going on with people, man. Like, look at Sean Kingston. They got him with TVs and whatnot. It's like, haven't you got all this money? Even when they did have a lot of, because Sean Kingston made a lot of money. He did. But you don't know what type of lifestyle course he had. You don't know what type of upkeep he had. You don't know what type of splurging he did. You don't know if remember Rick James, he was doing interviews and he was just like, yo, was it Rick James? It was Rick James and Frank Lucas, I think. Allegedly, I'll still say. Doing interviews, and they would like tell the interviewers, like, man, let me hold some. Like Rick James made how much money? Right? We gotta prepare for the future, people. Right? Because you don't want to have to be out here on some Aye Verb shit or stealing TVs, allegedly. You know what I'm saying? You don't. You gotta plan and grind as much as possible. So, but I'll leave the cash out thing alone unless y'all jump in the chat or the comments and tell me like, no, let's bring that into what we're covering going forward. All right, what are we at? About 7:45 a.m. on a Monday. Everybody, hope y'all enjoyed the stream. I'm going to get the timestamps in on this stream like right now for all the stuff that we had to cover. And for everybody that's got to go back, rewind, and find, there's more to find. If I dropped any little subs in there or anything like that. But yeah, we here to the start of the week. Let's get back to the grind, people. I'll catch y'all in a second.
Don't confuse silence with work ethic. I'm a boss, making decisions my first fetish. The verse cherished is perfect, that's a reverse blemish. I dropped it, connected the block, learn Tetris.
This is the Sorry True Podcast. Welcome to the house up. And shout out to the members.
Without my thing, still got a gun.